Hey guys, welcome to a brand new episode of Talking Cinema. I'm saving the whole Camtasia sort of recording the computer screen for another video where I'm going to talk about the horror films of 2015. So I might be talking about a little bit of them in this video, but I'll talk about a lot more in that video where I go through an entire long list of 415 horror films that are supposed to come out in the year 2015, according to IMDb. So look forward to that video, which is going to be coming pretty soon. Should be up this weekend, so look forward to that. And anyway, I just wanted to talk about some movie news. I just wanted to do some, change it up a bit. And there might be some interruptions, like some quick edits, because I'm waiting. I ordered a pizza, so I might have to leave and then get the pizza and then come back or edit that out or something. So you might see some, quick cuts like that. But anyway, let's get started, shall we? I was originally going to try to go over Screen Rant, but Screen Rant doesn't have as much news as Cinema Blend does. I'm sticking with Cinema Blend, I guess, because, even though some of the writing's bad, at least they have a really, really good wealth of movie news and information. Now, the first little thing they're talking about is Leonardo DiCaprio is some badass or outdoorsman in some 19th century movie called The Revenant, which really doesn't look it doesn't look like my cup of tea. It really doesn't, to be honest. So I'm not even going to bother really talking about it. Pirates of the Caribbean 5. There's a fifth one, really? We need another one? I mean, can we just let this franchise die already? I'm done with Pirates of the Caribbean. I was done with Pirates of the Caribbean after the second film, especially after the third movie, and the fourth film sucked. I mean, why do we need a fifth one? Because the fourth one made a lot of money. That's why. Money talks, and bullshit keeps walking. Because another Pirates of the Caribbean movie is bullshit, and it keeps on walking because the franchise is still alive. The big bits of news here about it is that the people who are producing it, they want a Maze Runner star to be in for a lead role in the film, which I really could care less about. Patrick Stewart got asked by some people about reprising his role as Picard, and he said the answer that that is to be expected. Yeah, I would be open to returning to the role if it was a good script, of course. I mean, this is really, you could have predicted what he was going to say. It's not really much of news, really. So that's one part of, that's some things Cinema Blend put in their news section isn't even news at all. Kung Fu Panda 3 might not be doomed after all. Well, whatever. Okay, fine. I didn't really care for Kung Fu Panda 2, but, I don't really, Kung Fu Panda films just, weren't really my cup of tea anyway. So, I don't really care. James Gunn confirms his major character will not be back for Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Okay, so who is this character? Come on, fucking load. Ronan. Ronan is dead. Why would he return? He got blown up. Lee Pace wasn't even that great of a... He didn't even do that great of a job. He was intimidating, but he was still a lame villain. He got blown up. We're the Guardians of the Galaxy, bitch. He got blown up. You said it yourself, bitch. We're the Guardians of the Galaxy. Got blown into a million smithereens. How is he gonna come back? He's fucking dead. Red Band not safe for work. Hot Tub 2, Hot Tub Time Machine 2 trailer. I saw that and I saw the other trailers. There's some things about it I can kind of chuckle at. When they start singing, you're a nerd and no one likes you. You're a fucking nerd. It's funny. I'm technically a nerd, but I can even laugh at that little bit of singing joke. And no one likes you. No one likes a fucking nerd. Okay, so there's some moments that I can chuckle at. Other moments are just really bad, and I don't know. It's just a sequel I didn't really ask for, and John Cusack isn't in it, so it's not something I'd see in the theater. That's for sure. More Lex Luthor films for Jesse Eisenberg. Really, we're gonna have his own spin-off. I'm not even gonna read it because it just pissed me off. Jesse Eisenberg miscasting. They totally missed the boat. Bryan Cranston would have been a perfect Lex Luthor, and DC fucked up and decided to go with the young kid, and that's a mistake. I'm sorry, I can't see Henry Cavill going up against fucking the guy from The Social Network. I really can't. And then I heard rumors that Lex Luthor's character is going to be pretty much the guy from The Social Network, just bald. Wonderful. So Lex Luthor is just going to be a whiny asshole. Lovely. But, you know, we'll see what happens. But I've never been a fan of Jesse Eisenberg. I think he's an overrated actor. And I think he was a terrible casting choice. But we'll see what happens. You know, I'll reserve my final judgment until I actually see it. But I definitely am not on board with that casting choice. Never have been. Netflix releases, who cares? Fucking RoboCop is getting released on Netflix streaming, so you can watch RoboCop in HD on Netflix. You can see its black shiny cock in your face. Enjoy it. Why Avengers 2 Age of Ultron will be Marvel's biggest movie to date, of course. You know, Vision's going to be in it, and a bunch of other characters. Quentin Tarantino's Hateful Eight just took a huge step forward. I guess that they're casting some more people, but I thought it was already. I thought it already shot. Okay, they haven't shot it yet. I thought they were. I thought why are you showing me a teaser trailer, Quentin Tarantino, for a film that you haven't even started shooting yet? That's stupid. It was a shitty teaser trailer anyway. Now I know why they didn't have any footage, because they haven't even started shooting yet. Colin Firth ready to do Bridget Jones 3. I don't give a shit. It's not my. It's not. That's not the type of film for me. Andy Serkis is playing some mysterious character in Avengers 2. He's gonna be playing Ulysses Claw. So he's Claw, that evil bad guy with the sonic gun. Okay, so he's playing that guy. Joaquin Phoenix has an idea for a Jesus biopic, which is very blasphemous. He wants to. It's a superhero movie, and it's typically a good guy and bad guy, and the bad guy attacks, and well, in real life, evil seduces. And I don't really give a shit. It sounds like that stupid idea that Kevin Smith had when he was smoking too many blunts. Next, Guardians of the Galaxy originally planned to kill off this character. Originally, they planned to kill off Yondu, but then they didn't do it. Okay. So, alright. Glad they didn't kill him off, because Michael Rooker did a great job. Instead of Miss Doubtfire 2, due to the unfortunate passing of, and suicide of Robin Williams, they're not doing Mrs. Doubtfire 2, but they're doing a musical, which good for them. Musicals aren't really my thing either, but I'd be more open to that than a sequel. Salma Hayek is in this new movie called Everly, which I saw the trailer for, and I saw a couple trailers for it, and I'm really actually looking forward to it. It looks like a really fun action movie. A lot of guns, a lot of gunplay, a lot of action. Salma Hayek actually looks like she can pull it off too. It looks like a really cool movie, and I'm definitely looking forward to the flick. It's too bad it's not going to come out in theaters. It's only going to be like on demand and direct to video, which is lame, but hey, it is what it is. But that falls under my independent film, category, so I don't have to boycott that movie. But anyway, the Dirty Guardians of the Galaxy line, everyone was shocked that Disney approved. The Jackson Pollock line was something that James Gunn said on set and asked Chris to say. And we only filmed it one time, and people thought we were wasting time on set because nothing that dirty would ever make it into the film. But then Disney approved of it, which is surprising. Because Disney's trying to be a bit edgier again, it looks like it. They're trying to be a bit more edgier again like they did when they started their live-action series of movies in the 80s. Good for them. Zac Efron's doing a new movie after Neighbors, and I really liked him in Neighbors. He really surprised me. I would say it was the funniest movie of 2014, personally for me. He's doing a film called Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates, and it's from the writers of some of the co-writers from Neighbors, Andrew J. Cohen and Brendan O'Brien, and so it's going to be a movie about I don't know exactly what it's going to be about, but it sounds like it might be kind of a nice return to form for Zac Efron to be in another comedy. So I'd be open to seeing what that's going to be about, see the trailer and so forth. Ezra Miller found out he was cast as Flash, or whatever, you know. I don't know why they didn't just stick with Grant, was it Grant Gustin or Grant Justin, who's the Flash in the TV series? I mean, why would you just cast him as the Flash in the movie? I mean, I don't know why you would recast the Flash, but I guess they're not trying to tie in the TV universe with the DC movie universe, I guess, but whatever, it is what it is. Stanley Tucci will play a psycho with rabies and Patient Zero, which is a movie I really don't care about. Doesn't sound like much to me. Psycho with rabies. DreamWorks Animation is having major problems. They had to shut down one of their big offices in California. Laying off about 500 employees. Yeah, it's getting pretty. That's a pretty bad sign for DreamWorks Animation, and they've also been forced to reduce their usual order of 3 films a year to just 2, which is how it all starts, really. X-Men Apocalypse recasted Cyclops and Jean Grey, and it's gonna be little kids. Fucking Ty Sheridan, who's 18 years old, is gonna play Cyclops, who made his big screen debut in The Tree of Life. Storm is being played by Alexandra Shipp, who made a professional acting debut in Alvin and the Chipmunks, The Squeakquel. Okay, alright. And Jean Grey is going to be played by Sophie Turner from Game of Thrones, which I've never really seen. But I haven't really seen any of these kids act, so I don't really know what to say, but we'll see. But I mean, it's kind of hard for me to get excited about it. You know, the chick playing Storm, who her acting debut was in Alvin the Chipmunks, The Squeakquel. It's a bit kind of hard for me to be really excited about it, but we'll see. I still haven't seen Days of Future Past yet. Cinema Blend's talking about 2015 movies that they secretly believe will be terrible. The Fantastic Four, I agree. It seems like they really don't like. Fox doesn't like the film that Trank directed. We haven't seen any footage from it. Even more troubling, rumors are swirling that Trank destroyed the production house and was a complete dick to his crew. And now that we're getting an untold amount of reshoots. And hearing the, little bit of the story that possibly Doctor Doom is going to be an evil blogger is another nail in its coffin. And then the whole fact that, hey, let's just make the Human Torch black just because. It's not because it's just because. There's no reason to do it. It's just, and I don't have a problem with it, really. Michael B. Jordan is a good actor, and I'm curious to see what he'll bring to the role. But it's still just do it just because we can, just because it's different. That's what they were thinking. Just do something completely different just because. And then, just like the RoboCop remake, RoboCop. Yeah, let's recast Lewis as a black guy just because we can. Not because it's necessary, not because we're really adding anything new to the character, just because we can. Just because we can make him black, let's make Lewis a black guy. Let's make Lewis a black guy. Same here. Just because we can make Johnny Storm a black man, let's make Johnny Storm a black man, and that's it. It's just add a little bit of extra intrigue to a film that people aren't really that intrigued about in the first place, due to the really kind of crappy job Tim Story did with the Fantastic Four franchise back in the early 2000s. So, or mid 2000s, because but hey. But I don't have high hopes for Fantastic Four. I really don't. Next one they have on their list is Jupiter Ascending, which, yeah, it looks pretty bad. It looks like John Carter of Jupiter. It just gave me John Carter flashbacks, John Carter Mars flashbacks, and that's not a good thing. And Channing Tatum seems out of his league in this type of role. And I like Channing Tatum, but he's better suited for stuff like 21 Jump Street, 22 Jump Street for me personally. And Mila Kunis I've never been a fan of, so... And it also kind of reminds me of Chronicles of Riddick. It just doesn't look good. Minions. Yeah, I'm one of the minorities here. I don't like the Minions. I never liked the Minions. I didn't find them funny. I just found them annoying as hell. So I never thought they were cute. I never thought they were funny. I just thought they were fucking annoying. in both Despicable Me and Despicable Me 2, and maybe I have a special place of anger and disdain in my heart for them because when I worked in the movie theater in Oklahoma, I had to break down the fucking standee for Despicable Me, and it was a fucking giant standee. It was a pain in the ass to break down. So much so that I had to get my manager to come in, and he brought a baseball bat, and we just started taking turns beating the shit out of it. So we both shared the same frustration for it. But I never thought they were funny. Like, I was like, and say some weird little weird little quips every now and then. Like they're supposed to be fucking hilarious. Like this bunch of hyper fucking yellow jelly beans that I want to fucking eat and then shit out of my ass later and flush them down the fucking toilet because then they would shut the fuck up. I never cared for the Minions. They're just not for me, I guess. Like, they're fucking obnoxious and annoying, so I don't give a shit about the new Minions movie either. Jane's got a gun, or Janie's got a gun. Dun, dun, dun. No, it's not. It's a movie starring Natalie Portman, Michael Fassbender, Jude Law, screenplay from The Blacklist. And but there's some problems, scheduling problems, forced Fassbender to drop out of the film. Director Lynn Ramsey didn't show up for the first day of shooting, which caused Jude Law to pull out of the project. So now we have a completely new cast, and yeah, and the release date's already been pushed back. It's not a good sign. Terminator Genesis, which I guess they changed the name from Genesis, like Sega Genesis. Not because they were tired of memes or fucking get made fun of and get compared to the Sega Genesis. I guess it's because it's an acronym for the computer system, which is another Skynet. And I've seen the trailer, and the trailer looked like shit. Okay, alright. The effects weren't finished. Okay, alright, I'll give it that. But even when they do get finished, it's not going to save the movie because the idea is fucking... It's just Back to the Future Part 2 meets the Terminator. That's pretty much what it is. Why don't just watch Back to the Future Part 2? I mean, you just see Schwarzenegger, an old Terminator, old Schwarzenegger, looking at the old Schwarzenegger. It's like, but I'm the old me. What is that? That's the old, that's the old, it's the old Terminator. I'm the old Terminator. This is like old Terminator versus old Terminator. What the fuck? Well, it's young Terminator. Well, no, not really. It's technically old Terminator because it's from the Terminator from 1984. It's from the Terminator from the first Terminator film in CGI that still doesn't look convincing at all. It didn't look convincing in Salvation, and it doesn't look convincing here either. And you have the T-1000 all over again, but this time it's played by the Asian guy, because why not? And, who can't act worth shit. You have a new actress playing Sarah Connor who sucks dick and looks like she's ready to suck dick on the photos that were used to promote the film. And we're like, just like, put your dick in my mouth. I mean, it's just stupid photos. The fucking lead guy going with the gun, and he's like, who the fuck do you think you are? I don't need to see. Okay, what am I at the dentist office? I don't need to see your pearly whites. You look like a fucking idiot. Not everybody can do that, Rambo, that's Rambo. Fucking Rambo can get away with that shit. Fucking guy from Terminator Genesis? No. And it's just a film that they did so they could keep the rights for a little bit longer before James Cameron gets them back, so they can release another Terminator movie so they can make some more money. That's it. It's a cash grab sequel. And then you have the stupid shit in the trailer where Arnold fucking jumps out of the fucking plane and plummets into the ground like he's a fucking bullet. He's a bullet, or he's like a World War II bomb just falling out of the fucking sky. It's so fucking laughable. It hurts. It really, I'm watching Terminator Genesis, I'm like, this is fucking terrible. So no thank you. Looks like I'd fail on that scale of fuck. 50 Shades of Grey? I don't give a shit about 50 Shades of fucking. I don't want to see it. I don't care about 50 Shades of Gay or 50 Shades of fuck. and fuck in your fuckhole in the fucking fuck. I don't care about this movie, and it's gonna suck. It's not for me. It's basically fucking porn for, you know, for middle for fucking women, like, you know, above the age of 30 or even below. It's just a fucking porn for women. It's what it is. It's a porno for women. It's getting released in theaters. London Has Fallen. I don't know. I mean, the title alone is a red flag. London Has Fallen. It's such a terrible title. And I liked Olympus Has Fallen, but I didn't love it. And I didn't really necessarily think there needs to be a sequel in the first place. The Entourage movie. I don't really care much because I've never seen the show. The Good Dinosaur, eh. SpongeBob movie. Yeah, fuck SpongeBob. And I'm tired of SpongeBob. And he's out of water and he's a superhero. Great. Two things I never wanted to see. But they're going to be on the movie screen anyway. San Andreas. That trailer was disappointing. I was interested in the film until I saw the trailer, and I'm like, wow, I got a serious case of deja vu here. You know why? Because I saw all this shit in 2012. In 2012, directed by Roland Emmerich. I saw all of that stuff, the CGI buildings falling apart and everything in 2012. You know, if I want to see that, I'll just watch 2012 again. If I want to see a movie, I thought it was going to be more like, you know, a modern day sort of retelling of Earthquake with Charlton Heston, minus the shitty ending. But no, it's going to be the typical disaster film or The Rock. I thought it was going to be about The Rock going and trying to save people and so forth. But no, it's a typical shitty disaster film where the earthquake is going to be felt all the way in the East Coast. This makes no fucking sense at all. And it's just going to be, a forgettable fucking bore and a waste of time. And if it is anything other than that, I will be very surprised. You know, the one thing I take out of the trailer is their, you know, slowed down version of California Dreamin' by the Mamas and the Papas. It's like, California Dreamin', earthquakes, and the effects look fake as fuck. It's another problem. Yeah, those movies do look like they're pretty much gonna suck, I have to admit. Cinema Blend, I agree with you. So, what do we got next here? The guy who wrote Oblivion doesn't like Oblivion, you know, because they completely changed the script, I guess. What are you doing here, cat? What are you doing? Get out of here. Sorry about that. Another interruption by my pussy. Anyway, so pretty much going back to, you know, Oblivion. The writer it's nothing was left in my screenplay. Well, you know, shit happens. I'm sorry. I hate to be that guy, but you know, it happens. Now, if I was a screenwriter and I had the same thing happen to me, then I might have a bone to pick, but I'm not. So I'm the outsider guy here, and I actually like the movie, so that's another reason why. If I didn't like the movie, then I might be more on this guy's side and be more upset, but the fact is, I really, really enjoyed Oblivion, so I don't really have any bone to pick with the screenplay at all, or the rewrites. And I've never read his script, so I don't know if it's better or not. Who knows? This script might have sucked. Aquaman's gonna cast Carl Urban as a villain. You know, whatever. I don't give. Carl Urban's a bad guy in the Aquaman. I don't really care about Aquaman, really. Strange Magic looked like a shitty movie. Looked like Epic all over again, which is a shitty movie in the first place. Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1 is the highest grossing film of 2014. Hey, at least that's better than Transformers 4 being up there, but not great either. Not a big fan of the Hunger Games franchise. That's just me personally. Just not for me. It's not made for me. That's it. It's just not made for me. The Blob is getting remade. Get this. What? No. Is this a fucking prank? Is this a joke? Is it April Fool's Day? Is it April already? No. No, of course not. I'm not fucking surprised either. Another Blob. There already is a Blob remake. Okay? It's the one right here in the behind me. And it's a great movie. And Cinema Blend, I don't like the way they write the article like, oh, it's a hype-heavy remake and didn't make much of a dent, so I'm not surprised they're remaking it. In fact, it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing at all. Because, you know what? You know what? I think you pissed me off because of this bullshit. The fucking Blob remake? I thought that was dead back in 2009 when Rob Zombie was attached and then he left and then nothing ever came of it. But now we're getting another Blob remake that's going to be fucking CGI Blob, which looks like shit. It looks not, I mean, how can you get more real than that? Look at that. That looks like a real fucking Blob to me. How much more real can you get than that? CGI isn't going to be that real, so it's going to move a little bit better. So it's going to, you know, do a little bit more stuff. How much more is it going to do than what they already did in the 1988 film? Yeah, they had stop motion, and some of the effects don't hold up as well, but they still look great, in my opinion, and I'm still fine with them. Fine with them over CGI. What are you going to do? It's going to be better than that. It's like the Thing prequel all over again. It's like, great. Another pointless fucking reboot, remake that nobody asked for, that we're going to do it anyway because the title is known by some people. Stop remaking movies just because of the fucking title. Why don't you start remaking horror films or movies that could use reboots? Like The Wraith. Get Nicholas Winding Refn to direct The Wraith and have a completely new score by Kavinsky. That would be an amazing movie. Have more of The Wraith in the movie called The Wraith. Have the car chases and everything too. But have more of The Wraith in The Wraith. You could have a hit on your hands. You just have to advertise it properly. But no, Hollywood is lazy, a bunch of lazy ass fucks who think they can just shard out anything remotely horror related and it'll win the box office for the weekend and make thousands of dollars. And they're right. Because the shit does happen. Ouija made so much money, it's getting a sequel. Yeah, Ouija. A fucking sequel. We're getting more of that board game, boring bullshit. And then we're getting a Blob remake. And you know what makes this even worse? I mean, just the fact that it's getting remade again. You know, in today's CGI, Mr. Clean, fucking pussy, PC day and age, you know, with, you know, the fucking digital HD camera filtering fucking color wheel bullshit. That's bad enough. That isn't bad enough. Guess who's going to be directing it? Simon West. Simon West. The guy who the last horror movie he directed was the god-awful remake of When a Stranger Calls. A remake of another beloved, another great movie that didn't need to be remade. So now it's deja vu, and I'm in hell again. It just won't stop. Poltergeist this year. Yeah, remake of Poltergeist where it's just a fucking kids movie. Because the writer, I guess producers of this movie thought, well, the first film was more of an adult, you know, movie for the family and family, you know, I just want to make it from the kids' point of view. So it's like Earth the Echo meets fucking Poltergeist. It's a great idea. No, actually, it's a pretty shitty idea. Maybe you shouldn't call it Poltergeist then. Maybe you should call it something completely different, and then maybe I won't have a reason to have a bone to pick with you. Stop using fucking titles just because, hey, we got a title that people remember, and let's just throw it out there and get butts and seats. Do something original. Do something different. Fucking come up with an original idea for once, Hollywood, especially in the horror genre. And if there is one, actually give the independent guys a chance to release their movie worldwide in multiple theaters instead of like 50 theaters maybe spread out across the United States. This isn't bad. I mean, Simon West, he's talking about, with modern CGI, we can now fully realize the potential of the Blob. The world I create will be totally believable, immersive, and emotionally satisfying. It's a thrill to introduce an enduring icon to a wider audience and a whole new era of fans. Really? We could finally fully realize the potential of the Blob. with CGI. The world I create will be totally believable, immersive, and emotionally satisfying. Yeah, like this movie wasn't totally believable to me and emotionally satisfying. It was one of the most fun times I've had watching a horror film, was watching the 1988 Blob. That's why it's one of my favorite films of all time. That's why I have this poster behind me. That's why I bought a t-shirt. That's why I have it on VHS, Laserdisc, DVD, and Blu-ray. That's why I love that. I love this movie. I love that movie. I'm not the only one. I love this. I pay to see that in the theater instead of a fucking remake. But, you know, I don't think I'm on the minority on this either, because it has a pretty good following. This movie, The Blob from 1988, deserves, you know, we got the Twilight Time Blu-ray right here, which is cool. I'm glad. That's awesome. Should have been released to everybody, and so every fan can get a copy of this and not pay an arm and a leg. But, you know, hey, it's better than nothing. In this case, it is. I have to admit, it is. In this rare case, I will use that term. But it's still bullshit that it does fucking get released wide. You know, so everybody can get a copy of it. That's a whole nother story. But a fucking Blob remake. It was just like, the shit just keeps getting worse. It's like, okay, you know, last year was the year I went to hell, and I had to deal with the RoboCop remake, which was a fucking rubber robo dildo right up my fucking ass, and it hurt. And then we had the Turtles movie, the Teenage Mutant Nasty Taints, which fucking sucked dick. And then we have a fucking Poltergeist remake coming out this year. It was PG-13. The first film was PG, but it could have easily been R. The only reason why it wasn't R is because Steven Spielberg came in and begged and pleaded to the MPA to change the rating. But PG-13, CGI ghosts, generic fucking shit. The only thing new they could throw in is that it's from the kid's point of view. So it's like The Gate, but it's probably more like the other, you know, shitty movie that Joe Dante directed, The Hole. It's more like The Hole. It's probably more like The Butthole than The Gate, or The Gate 2, where it's just shit. But, you know, fucking Blob remake. And then Simon West, this is from the producers. This is from one of the people who worked for Goldcrest Films, Pascal D. Grove. These are his words. Simon West has a unique gift for blending cutting-edge effects, awesome visual spectacle, and a hint of humor. He's the perfect choice to reimagine the Blob, and we're so excited to be partnering with him. The perfect choice? You're just talking out of your ass, Ace Ventura. Just talking out of your fucking ass. Perfect choice? You're just blowing smoke up people's asses. I highly doubt he was your first choice to direct this remake. I highly doubt it. Why? Because his track record for horror films fucking sucks. It consists of When a Stranger Calls, which is a fucking shitty movie. So he's not the perfect choice. He's not the best choice you could come up with. He does not have a unique gift for blending cutting-edge special effects, awesome visual spectacle, and a hint of humor. You know who has a unique gift for that? His name is Chuck fucking Russell. Not Simon West. But Chuck Russell would not do a remake of a film he already remade and already knocked out of the fucking park. But Simon West, he'll take anything he can get, so he'll just take the job, and I don't blame him, but still doesn't mean that he's the right man for the job. In fact, there's no one who's the right man for the job for a Blob remake, because they already did it, and it already kicked ass, and was already a great movie. You're not going to get better than that. So, I had to get that out there. I mean, fuck! The Moontrap Blu-ray, fucking Oliver fucking Kenkel, fucking everything up. Fucking RoboCop, Teenage Mutant Ninja Nasty Taints, TMNT, piece of shit fucking movie. Michael Bay produced, Jonathan Liebsman forgot how to fucking direct the movie. And then we have this fucking shit. Sucks to be me. Sucks to be a fan of old school horror. To just have every single movie that you could think of that's a classic in the genre just shit on and pissed all over with some fucking unnecessary shitty ass remake. We stopped remaking movies that were great to begin with. There's not much improvement to be had. If there's improvement to be made, go ahead. Like fucking New Year's Evil. I could do with the remake of that. Make it more fun. Make it less stupid. Make it so the killer doesn't sound like he's talking through a fucking kazoo. How about that? This is evil. I'm evil. And this movie fucking sucks. There's a Blu-ray. For some reason. But no. Let's remake the Blob again because it's the title people are familiar with. Well, you know what? I'm familiar with it. Yes, that's true. But it doesn't mean I'm going to support your shitty remake. You shouldn't either. I hope this movie flops. I hope it's a fucking bomb. Watch Will Ferrell take out a Pelicans cheerleader. Oh, woohoo. Do fucking do. Badass details, an apocalypse costume. I'm not even going to bother with that. It Follows. I saw the trailer for that. It looked interesting. I'd give that a look sometime. Looked interesting. Wouldn't be surprised it disappointed me though. Knowing how a lot of things how things have worked out. We'll see. All that fucking news did is just put me in a bad fucking mood. God damn it. Fuck you, Simon West.